So, welcome back to JK Rants and Reviews. I'm John, this is Caleb, and this is our top 5 movies left in 2019.
So my number 5, once this was announced and it was announced that Blumhouse was attached to it, I automatically was super stoked, and that is Black Christmas. No trailer, no nothing yet, but we just know it's happening, and I am super excited because whatever happened in the 2000s, that's painful to watch. However, if you don't attach it to it actually being Black Christmas, it's not as bad. You can just ignore that part.
So my number 5 would be the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I love everything they've done, and so I'm extremely excited to see this. Their comedy is always fantastic. The acting's pretty good. I love all the returning cast that's coming in there, and I can't wait to see what this movie holds.
Number 4, and this one is lower on the list for no real reason other than it had to fall somewhere, and that is Zombieland Double Tap. I am super excited for this movie, and as soon as they announced it, then they released poster, then the trailer, I've been all over this. I cannot wait. I'm going to be there, hopefully opening night, to go see this one, because I am thrilled to see it.
My number 4 is Terminator Dark Fate, and I put it at number 4 because I'm super excited because I love Terminator. I'm probably one of the few people you'll ever meet that actually thinks the original is better than the sequel.
I know a couple people.
I do think there is some Terminator fatigue every time you go into it hoping for greatness, because the first 2 are great and it's always kind of a letdown. I like Genesis. It's still, even though I defend it, it's still a little bit of a letdown. I just don't think you can do better than 1 and 2, and if you can't do better than 1 and 2, you should just stop. And I think I think the alternate ending to 2, where John becomes a senator and you see Sarah with her grandson on the playground, I think that's a phenomenal way to just end it. 1 and 2 and done. But I mean, I still watch the rest to enjoy them, but I still think 1 and 2 should be where it stops.
So we're on to number 3 now, and it's funny because this one makes a lot of people look at me differently for some reason, but I am super excited for 3 from Hell. I don't care. I love Rob Zombie's movies. I even rewatch his Halloween films. Yes, I see the problems, but I love it. I enjoy it, and I am super excited for 3 from Hell. Although I do have one fan theory I'd kind of like to share, just a moment. You notice Sid Haig isn't in that much of the trailer, and he's not really being the third from Hell. I'm wondering how much he's actually going to be in the film, and that breaks my heart a little bit.
Alright, I'm assuming they wrote him out, like when they break out, he probably goes down swinging. That would be my guess.
And it makes me sad. I understand why, I can appreciate why, I'm not challenging that, it makes me sad.
My problem is with this is it doesn't feel like a cash grab because there's not enough money behind it. There's not enough publicity, there's not enough love for Rob Zombie anymore. I feel like this is just Rob Zombie trying to get back on top. Like, going back to something that a lot of fans love, and I mean, I'm going to be there. I'm going to see this movie. But I just feel like for him, it's a fame grab almost.
I mean, with Lords of Salem and 31, he just didn't quite grab the fire that he had with Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, even Halloween. Whether you enjoyed it or not, I know you were there at the theaters. And even his cartoon El Super Beasto. Like, those movies all had people running to them. So it makes sense that he has to return to familiar characters.
But I think it's played out. I think he's done the exact same thing so many times that it's played out.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. So number three for me would be Dr. Sleep. Now, I love Ewan McGregor. I think he's a fantastic actor. I want him to do more movies because he's such a fantastic actor. I appreciate him in Star Wars and some other movies that he's done. I'm super excited to see what he brings to this role. However, I am a little afraid that this new trailer that we saw was scary and intense. But the best parts of the trailer were the flashbacks to the original movie. So we'll have to see where this one goes. I know there is a book out there that's based on this. So it's nice that it's not just something out of nowhere. Like, it is canon. And I'm excited to see where that goes. I like the miniseries. I like the original movie. and I've been meaning to read the book forever. So I'm super excited to see what this movie brings, and I hope they crush it.
Number 2 for me is Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I am super excited for this. I grew up, I think the first Kevin Smith film I saw was Dogma, and I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and I laughed hysterically the whole time, worked my way up to Jay and Silent Bob, and saw Mallrats, Clerk. And actually recently I was out sick, and I had a Kevin Smith comedy viewing day at home.
Have you seen Chasing Amy?
Yeah.
I feel like nobody talks about Chasing Amy. It's a great one too. There's not a bad movie in all these movies.
Everybody for some reason hates it. I enjoy it for what it is.
Me too.
No, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm in the Give Me Clerks 3 camp as well. So maybe one day. And I also want to see Mallrats too. I'll keep going, but I should shut up.
There's never enough when you have such a good array of characters and quality of movies. Oh, these are, I mean, they are right there with each other. God, I need a minute. Okay, as of right now, and it just shifted after I gave it a little bit more thought, my number 2 is Zombieland. I love the original Zombieland, and I cannot wait for Zombieland Double Tap.
Yeah.
I love the opening of the trailer where it's like Academy Award winner, Academy Award winner, Academy Award winner, and then boom, you got them opening them up with shotguns and grenade launchers and stuff. I just cannot wait for this movie. I don't know if it'll live up to the hype of the first one, but I do feel like they did it small, like Deadpool, and there is more room for improvement. So I mean, I'm open for it, and I'm hoping it's great.
My number 1, and this hurts because I know I'm going to be really disappointed. At least I'm anticipating it. It's Terminator Dark Fate. Terminator
Number
2.
1.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Number 1.
Terminator 2 is my all-time favorite film, and it's closely followed by Terminator. I really want it to do well, but I'm already prepared for the pain and agony I'm going to be in after it, and the sequel or sequels it's going to get.
I'm excited though. Like the cool addition to this movie though is like that endoskeleton metal Terminator, and then you have like the liquid metal Terminator coming off. So you have 2 Terminators in one. That was the coolest part of the trailer for me.
Kind of what I'm worried about is that feels like that moment with the trailer for Terminator Genesis where they're like, you gave too much. I feel like that would have been a good thing to see in the theater instead of in the trailer. Like, you'd have been like, wait! But now that you've seen it in the trailer, you're going to be like, okay.
Right. This is something where I think Terminator, since, like I said, Terminator fatigue, and you've kind of been let down so many times, this is something where I would have put Edward Furlong is back. We just found that out not too long ago.
Yeah.
And you've got Sarah Connor,
Linda
Hamilton coming back, and you've got Arnold coming back. This is something where I would have dropped a teaser trailer with just seeing those actors and a few action shots, and I would have kept it really low key, and I would have just dropped it with the name Terminator attached, and then I would have let, if it's a good movie, I would have let word of mouth take over.
Yeah, I feel like with Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, which I'm a defender of because it went in a new direction, and with Terminator Genesis, all of these films, when they released the trailer, they like took the bad Terminator or whatever, or a pivotal plot point, and showed it in the trailer to a point that when you went to the movies, you were like,
Done.
Well, that would have been the excitement if I had not seen it in that 30-second snippet that was released 6 months ago.
Right. I mean, Terminator has a big enough name. That's why I was saying, like, yeah, I would just let the quality of the movie run. And if you're not brave enough to let the quality of the movie run, just like, I mean, you could say Halloween 2018. There was some good stuff in the trailer. It gave nothing away, and it just let the hype build up. My number 1, like I just said, it just shifted. Because I put a little bit more thought into it, and I put a little bit more like, what would I run to the theater to see? And that is Stephen King's It, Part 2. I love the Part 1. I really love the miniseries. I love Part 1 and Part 2 of the miniseries. I had it on VHS, I have it on DVD. I really like it. I just love it. For some reason, the actors, the characters, the original miniseries is the best friendship movie, or, well, made for TV movie, I've ever seen on TV. It's fantastic. Movies or anything. It's fantastic. The 2017 It movie was great too. There were some characters that were a little underdeveloped, but it was super scary. It was a little gory. And I mean, it was intense. It was pretty intense. I'm super excited for it. I hope they blow it away. It's supposed to be the bloodiest movie of all time. It's supposed to set that record. It's supposed to be super scary. They're supposed to turn it up to 11. I'm really excited to see this movie. I hope it's awesome. Please go out on a high note, unlike the miniseries, even though I do like the second half for all its faults. So yeah, so next week we're going to have the review for 2017 It, in anticipation for this new movie coming out, I believe it's September 6th. So make sure and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get some more R&R. Until next time, JK out.
For a good clown horror movie, watch Stitches.
It's on Netflix. I need to watch it. I still haven't watched it. Why haven't I watched it?
It's funny.
Okay, so my recommendation would be to watch Terrifier, but don't judge me on that.
I would watch Terrifier as well, but Stitches is funnier.